Okay guys, what we have here is the northern water snake. This is what everybody wants to believe is a cottonmouth for some reason. These guys are in the genus Nerodia. You can see they're quite a bit snappy. This is Nerodia scipiodon. It's the only species of water snake we have in Perry County. It's known as the northern water snake. Water snakes are some of the biggest snakes in the United States when it comes to girth. They get very big around. They're beneficial to fisheries as they weed out sickened fish. They also eat frogs and toads. They will bite. They are quite snappy, as you can see just there. Let me get back a little bit, see if we can get another little bit of a strike. I've already donated quite a bit of blood to this guy. Their bites don't hurt. It feels like a briar scratch, but they do have an anticoagulant in their saliva that makes the wound bleed a little more than just from any other wound that size. Now, these guys get anywhere between 3.5 to 4 feet long. They're very common anywhere there's water, fish, or frogs. I found this one in an old well house behind the house. I noticed some of the frogs had went missing, which if you look at the mid body there, they just actually bit me on the finger there. Oh, and once on the hand. See, I'm trying to hold him and I'm going to pick him up so I can show you his belly. Their ventral pattern, even though they're muddy and there's not much color on top, they usually have a bright orange to green ventral pattern. It's very, very pretty on the underside. When threatened, these guys will flatten out like this and bite me on the finger. And I'm trying to get him to display for me, but working with live animals never goes as quickly and easily as you think. Okay. So anyway, usually they flatten out. And when they do, they'll also flatten their head out to make give their head a more viperine type shape. Okay. Now this little guy, it's about time to let him go, but a couple of facts about water snakes. They're one of the first snakes that come out of the year. They usually emerge right about the time the garter snakes, as early as late February to mid-March. The juveniles do have a bit of coloration. This guy actually has a bit of a pattern too, but it's usually obscured by mud as they do live in the water. But they're one of our neatest snakes. They're beneficial. They're completely harmless. I will state this again for the millionth time. There are no cottonmouths in this part of Kentucky. This is what everyone thinks is a cottonmouth. And I assure you it's not. It's just bitten me several times during the filming of this video. And I assure you there's no envenomation going on there. But yeah, these guys are really neat. And Lisa and Boyd, this video is for you guys. Let's see if we can get a quick look at the side of his face so you can see the color of the eyes. Notice the round pupil, which is indicative of a non-venomous serpent. You can also notice the head, though a bit offset from the body, is nowhere near as triangular shaped as a copperhead's. There is no hourglass pattern along the body. As I said, the belly pattern is one way to make sure it's a water snake. Most water snakes' bellies will be orange like this. And they're just a really neat snake. They're one of the larger snakes we have around here, and they're definitely one of the most common snakes we see around here. I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it a bit informative. If you'd like to see me do any more of these little videos on local Kentucky snakes, please just let me know. But for right now, it's time to take this guy and put him back where the frogs are so he can continue getting bigger. They max out at about 4 feet. They're not a large snake, but they are pretty large around. As you can see, I have big hands. This snake's pretty big around. Okay. And that's really all there is to say at the moment as I grab him before he goes under the steps so that we can take him and let him go in his natural habitat. And I'll get a video of us dropping him off too. Oh, he just bit my camera. Oh, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.